Great question, and it reminds me of one more doctrine I should have mentioned. It's called the doctrine of corporate formalities. When you read the case law in Arizona about why you do a corporation, the basic reason you do a corporation is because you don't want your personal assets to be at risk for the debts of the corporation, right? So you as board members don't want to be having your personal assets used if a church event produced a catastrophic loss. Well, that doctrine is called the doctrine of corporate formalities, and the court reviews that to see, did the corporation have its own checkbook? That's question number one. So that all the money that belonged to the corporation or belonged to the church went into the right checkbook, and only proper bills, only the church's bills were paid. So that's rule number one, and that applies equally to limited liability companies as well as to corporations. So the church is checkbook number one, the legacy fund is checkbook number two, and the limited liability company, which is the technical owner of the land, is company number three. So when the rent is paid, the lease will say church as tenant, LLC as landlord, and the rent check will actually be paid on a church check and be deposited into the LLC's checking account. Those funds can then be passed upstream to its owner, to the legacy fund, to manage the funds. So those are the three corporations, and it's really required by the doctrine of corporate formalities.